Warning: do not listen to this recording while operating a moving vehicle or while needing full conscious alertness. This recording is for adults 18 years and older. So we'll go ahead and start today by sending you some distance Reiki. Reiki is a form of energy healing, and we want to help you open your energetic channels so you'll be open to receiving the messages today from your angels. So go ahead now and take in a deep, deep breath and slowly let it go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from relaxing and feeling wonderfully good. Let go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from living on earth as it is in heaven. And as you relax, I will continue to send this Reiki throughout the rest of our angel readings today. Okay, so welcome to all of our Virgos and to those that are interested in our Virgo friends. We're going to talk today about messages and insight for our Virgo friends for July of 2020. And so if we look at this beautiful diamond, there's a lot we can learn from it. And it is... a diamond is only brilliant when it is cut properly, and each facet, what happens is the light comes into the top and it swirls around the inside of the diamond and it hits each facet, and if it's cut properly in balance, then the light eventually comes back out the top and it becomes very brilliant. And so just like the diamonds, so too we have all these different facets that make us who we are. And so if we're not living in balance, we're not able to be as brilliant as this. So we are children of God. We are created in the image and likeness of God, but we're given free will, and we're given the capacity to have these emotions which allow us to have an incredible, rich life with happiness and joy. And we can look at a sunset and really have this feeling of awe and experience beauty in a way that is just transforming. Okay, and so when we live in balance, in each of these facets, they represent each one of our skills and traits, various dimensions that we have, our relationships, etc. And just like a diamond, if it's not cut in balance, if the diamond's not balanced, then what happens is the light that comes in, it escapes out the bottom, and it if we're too focused on one thing, it can burn us and it can cause problems in our life. All right, so the whole goal of my work here as a healer is to help you and me and everyone to live together, and our goal is to be on earth as it is in heaven. And so the whole point of this is to see, where do we have areas in our lives to have growth? Where can we release the pain of the past and heal those wounds so that we can truly have an incredible life? Okay, the problem is if we're always living in the past, back here, and we've had these traumatic experiences, if we're living back there, we're missing the present, we're missing right now. And so I used to think there's love and a separate thing called forgiveness. Well, I know now you cannot love unless and until you forgive. So the people who have hurt you in the past, they may have intentionally meant to hurt you, but most people don't. Like I'm sure you've hurt someone, right? Did you intend to hurt them? If you did, that's evil. I don't believe you're evil. Very few people are actually evil, but it's because of perhaps someone's upbringing, or just unawareness of other people's sensitivities, that they unfortunately can harm other people. Okay, and we sometimes are victims to their selfishness, and we're victims to situations which, and many times they're out of our control. But it's what we do with that how we can be transformed and to actually live on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so the more we can forgive, the more capacity we have to be on earth as it is in heaven. So there's a great book, and I really don't remember the name of it. It was written by a Trappist monk, and they asked this monk, like, what is heaven like, and how do we go to heaven? And he says, well, heaven is where God dwells, and the part of us that is God-like, so God is all goodness, all love, all beauty and harmony, and that part of us that is God-like is the part of us that will go to heaven. So the question is, how much of us is God-like? So is it this much, this much? Are we allowing ourselves to be filled with love, to be filled with light, to be filled with goodness, to be filled with joy? Or are we somehow reserving, holding on so tight to part of ourself that we will not allow anyone in because we're afraid of being hurt again and again and again? Because if we put that armor, we can't be hurt, right? Well, okay. But that armor is a two-way street. It's not letting one in, but it's also not letting you out. You're in prison. And so, poor, Virgo, if you have a tendency to not let people in, or you have a tendency to think you're going to get hurt, then what's happening is you are limiting yourself, your capacity to be in heaven. Is it this capacity or unlimited capacity? Because if you truly want to be on earth as it is in heaven, you can absolutely take the lid off and be just like this gorgeous diamond. You are like this gorgeous diamond, but you have it all covered up with your armor. Is that what you truly want? So what part of you, do you want to be like this diamond in heaven? Or do you want to be hidden and covered up? All right. So that's just a story from the monk that was a Trappist. And I believe that. I think that's a very good way to describe it. It's the part of you that is God-like. And see, God is everywhere. The part of you that is open to everyone, that's the part that will experience the wonders of heaven. Okay? So we're here for Virgos to talk about any insight for July of 2020. What can you do to unlock the doors of your gates? How can we tear down that fence? How can we take off that armor so that you allow yourself to step into heaven and to receive love, the love that you've always wanted? Instead of pushing people away, you're welcoming them in. And it's through welcoming them in that you can heal those wounds. Okay? So, Virgo, you are profoundly loved. You are such a dynamic being, and you have so much to offer. You have a lot of, great insight, and you're very entertaining and charming, and there's nothing about, like, from the outside, we love our Virgos, okay? But sometimes you get kind of trapped because you're stuck in that armor. Okay, we're going to open the can of tuna. We're opening it up, and we're going to release it so it can have, a new life outside of the prison that you put yourself into. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to shuffle the cards, and we're looking for insight and messages for Virgo. And we want to see if there's anything new and exciting going on for Virgo. And we're looking to know or understand, get some clues about how Virgo can heal so that he or she can be on earth as it is in heaven. Exciting, isn't it? Let's see. Okay, Virgo. We're going to take that card. And this one. Okay. And I'm taking another card because it was it was right next to it, and it was telling me to take this one too. This card rarely comes up. All right, so as a reminder to you, Virgo, you are royal. Okay, what this means, and what that means to me, is that you are a child of God. You are ordained and chosen by God to live for Him on this earth. Okay, so every breath that you take and every breath that I take, God is choosing us as His vessel to live for Him this experience that you're going through. You're given free will to make your choices, and as you make these choices, you are enriching the whole body of God. Like, we're all doing this together. We are all connected, and you're experiencing your experiences for us and for God. Okay, now with this, because you are royal, you, Virgo, have a particular beauty about you. You have a particular attractiveness that is, very special. But to other people, it's like, wow, I like what that Virgo has, and they're kind of jealous of the Virgo, because the Virgo, I mean, it's hard for me to explain it because I'm not a Virgo, but we just know when we see it. There's this special finesse that you have, and natural ability to be the life of the party, to connect with people, and to entertain, and to really make people feel better, because you have a beautiful heart. You're a great person, and when you're healthy, So what this is showing up in the cards is that you have this elegance about you that is just absolutely mesmerizing in a wonderful, great way. All right, so when you catch yourself in a funk, so we're talking about July 2020, here's a tool for you. When you catch yourself, because you may not know that you're obsessing on the past or some trauma. When you catch yourself obsessing, when you catch yourself trying to control things, like with OCD or whatever, because OCD, while it's great to have everything in line, it is torture for some Virgos, because everything has to be perfect, and they try to control other people. Do some other, like you hire someone to do a job, and you end up telling them what to do, and they're the experts, but you want to control it. So that's not fun for you, and it's not fun for the person who's you're employing to get your job done. So Virgo, when you catch yourself, or if someone tells you, hey, it's okay, let it go, ding ding ding, pay attention. Here's the tool. When you catch yourself, immediately I want you to go and do something special for someone else. I want you to get outside of yourself, and I want you to maybe send an e-card, a free card, or a funny picture. Send an email to someone, or via social media. Or I want you to call someone. Or I want you to go and volunteer time at the soup kitchen. I want you to donate money to a favorite charity of yours. Because as you practice giving of yourself and getting outside of yourself, you're going to feel so much better. And you'll realize that you don't need to control anything, because everything is already the way it's supposed to be. Like, we're a work in progress. We're progressing towards perfection. All right, you're already royal, And you already have all the tools and all the power you need to get what you need done. But what's our approach? Are we going to be icky and try to control something or someone? Or are we going to say, all right, this is what I want, and you trust people to get things done, and you allow yourself to receive the, what's presented. Okay. Now, when you catch yourself, then you're going to start being generous. You start giving of yourself, and so you're not caught in the self trap. All right. Now, as I've said in other readings, a dimension that the Virgo has been neglecting. Now, they are very spiritual, like from their childhood. They remember when they believed. They remember when, God was so close. But because they've been hurt over and over, and because they kind of fixate on the trauma, God is still there, but he's way over there, and he's scary, and it's hard for that Virgo to want to get too close, because they think, oh, I don't know if God still loves me. Well, guess what? He does. He's still choosing you. You are his vessel to live and experience life for him on this planet. So, Virgo, that has to be your foundation. Is you start out right now and you say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to live. I'm sorry that I have allowed myself to lose sight of the goodness in my life. I've lost sight of the beauty and the wonderful gifts that you give me. I am grateful, and I thank you, and I want you to help me to be aware when I get caught in a cycle, or when I begin to become too OCD, because I know that it's not healthy for me, and I know that it's not who I am, but I need help. And I'm asking that you take this from me today, and you help me take this armor off. You help me to throw down my weapons, and you allow me to love and to be loved in the way that I've always dreamt about. I love you, and I want to be close to you, Lord, and I thank you for this opportunity today to be on earth as it is in heaven. So as you do that, everything gets better. Everything. Because you realize you're not alone. You realize that you're the one that's prevented the people from getting close to you. And now, of course, during COVID and all that, there were societal, we had to self-isolate. We had to. That's natural. In fact, where we live, our counties and our cities, our states, our countries have had to create rules to protect its citizens. But we're all in this together. Everyone went through that, and we're still going through that, and we'll continue to go through that, because there's going to be this new norm. Wearing masks, yeah, you might as well, if you want to look great, design a mask, create a designer mask so you can have fun with it if you want. But be sure to wear your masks, because we don't want to get other people sick. We want to make sure that we're safe and secure, and that way you can be confident that you don't need to live in fear of getting sick. Okay? If we get sick, we get sick. We're all going to die at some point. And having a fear of death, you have a fear of death because you're holding too tight to what you have. If you let go of it and give away, you will see that you're receiving. And in death, that's the ultimate giveaway, where our human limitations or addictions to drama and to trauma and all this other stuff are lifted from us, and we're allowed to be set free in a way that is so awesome. But we don't have to wait till we die. We can have it now, but we're working towards that. Okay, so Please, Virgo, let's connect to your spirituality. Remember what it was like when you were a kid and you were so close to God and you believed every single thing that it was just so real. But now you've distanced yourself and you've allowed yourself to, be in the shadows because you're afraid that maybe God's gonna, will God find out? Or he already knows, but it doesn't matter. You've already been forgiven, because it's like you're kind of wasting your own time. It's like, yeah, you can focus on that if you want, but we're over here. We're having a party. We're having fun. If you don't want to have fun, just stay and keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to have fun, let's join us. Come and do what Paul's doing. All right? All right, let's get some more cards. But as you take care of yourself, all of your relationships and everything else gets better and better and better and better and better. Now, here's a card. That's so fascinating, because I really believe that a lot of Virgos have this issue. Let's get a couple more, though. Yeah, okay. So, honestly, I think a lot of Virgos are deathly afraid of God. They're afraid of dying, most of all, because they think that they're sinners, and they think that they, couldn't possibly live up to the expectations of what God's asking of them. And I say, really? You don't think God could create you in all perfection? Like, you think he made a mistake with you? He didn't give you the skills that you needed to be able to make you pleasing in his eyes? Well, I think he knows he knew what he was doing when he created you. You're so unique. You're so special. You're one of a kind. He chose you. You. All right. You are special. But I think that the Virgo is somehow so scared. In the one sense, while I just said, reconnect to the child who truly believed and wasn't afraid, at the same time, you are the child. So I want you to be like that child, because even in the Bible it says, be like the children. The children are not afraid of God at all. Everything is possible to the child. Everything. Sky's the limit. And it isn't until the adults in their lives say, what are you, a dreamer? You need to grow up. You need to get a job. You need to pay bills and go to work. Yeah, we need to do that, of course. But do we need to stop dreaming? Do we need to stop believing? Do we need to fear God? The very being that is breathing through you right now, who has chosen you as his vessel to live this life for him? No, Virgo. You are chosen. You're special. You're the apple of God's eye. And so I want you to go back and be like the child who believes and is not worried about sin. And because sin is when we know what's true and we go against it. The child is not even aware that there's a possibility of sin. The child can't sin because he's not aware of sin. He's not aware of disobedience. He's not aware that he can hide and somehow pretend that God's not watching. So I want you to go back and reconnect to that beautiful, magical time when you were a child and that anything was possible. I don't want you to listen to those adults that say, what are you, a dreamer? Yes, you are a dreamer. Anything, this magical, fairy tale realm, that you wanted when you were a child, it is possible, and that's what we call heaven on earth. But you have to get rid of your fear. Your fear is disabling you from allowing you to receive what we're talking about here. And so when you do that, it will create for you and build for you a courage that you used to have. It's so special, But now as an adult, you're the adult. You make the rules. And this is going to be an eternal strength where you don't have to cry. Like I was raised Catholic, and in our Catholic tradition, when you have a funeral, they always say at the funeral, every tear shall be wiped away. When we're in heaven, there are no tears in heaven. And so, isn't that what the Virgo really wants? To stop crying? The Virgo wants to not have to be so emotional and to carry these burdens where no one understands. But in heaven, it's an eternal celebration. Every tear is wiped away. And guess what? We do not have to die to be on earth as it is in heaven. For those who are Christian, you know the Lord's Prayer, what's called the Our Father, and it says, "Thy will be done," God's will be done, "on earth as it is in heaven." Heaven is not out there, over there, someplace else. We're praying, and we've said it 1,000 times, over and over. Thy will be done on earth. So what is God's will? It's to be. And what that means is to be is the identical, the thing that God created you to be on earth as it is in heaven. Do you get it? It's not in the future. It's not in the past. You're looking in the wrong direction. It's right now. And for that we must be grateful and to live in the beauty that you were truly created to be, and your uniqueness, and the grace, and the elegance, and the special person that you are, that we love so much. And I've told you before, Virgo, you're not loved. You're profoundly loved. Profoundly loved. More than you can imagine. So believe me, and let's celebrate that together, okay? If you need some help, if you want to work on some things so you can get unstuck, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together to help discover things that maybe you're struggling with. And continue to listen to my recordings each day to help give you a little pep talk, and to give you some insight on what you can do, just to have some positive thinking. Perhaps you've never had anyone who believes in you like I believe in you. Perhaps you have never heard these messages before, that you don't have to wait to get to heaven. And in fact, if you're afraid of dying, you may think you're never going to get to heaven. I don't believe that. No. I believe that you can and will be in heaven, but when you're ready. And if you think you're going to wait till you're going to die, that's really way too late. Don't waste any time. Today, right now, is the time to take off the armor. Let go of the crap. Sorry for the language, but anyway, that's what it is. And put on that beautiful, elegant garment that's so royal, and your party dress. And let's celebrate, okay? So thank you so much, Virgo. I love you. You're profoundly loved. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. All right, here's some information for you. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to help support my work, please send your donation via PayPal or Venmo to paul@meetyourangels.com. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the notification bell. If you'd like to keep in touch, go ahead and check out the description below. All of my social media contact information is there. Thanks. If you have any special prayer requests that you'd like me and the rest of our meetyourangels.com community to pray for, please visit http://prayerrequest.meetyourangels.com, and that will forward you to our perpetual prayer list video on YouTube. In the comments of that video, leave your prayer intentions so that the rest of the community can join you in those intentions that you hold deep in your heart. If you would like to try hypnosis for free at home, please go to subscribe.hypnomark.com and get over 15 free hypnosis recordings and a free video course, How to Learn Hypnosis in 5 Days. Again, go to subscribe.hypnomark.com. Join our growth zone and save up to 40% off all downloads and scripts. Visit 40%.hypnomark.com for more information and to subscribe. If you are interested in promoting our hypnosis products, you can earn up to 70% commission. Visit affiliates.hypnomark.com for more information. So that'll do it for today. I wanted to thank you for being part of my angel family. I look forward to being with you again sometime soon. Please visit meetyourangels.com or send me an email at paul@meetyourangels.com if you're interested in a private angel reading, Reiki healing session, or spiritual direction and angel coaching. Until then, peace and love always.